Chapter 11, The Earth and its Neighbors. We will explore stars, moon and satellite, rotation and revolution of Earth, planets, our planet Earth, day and night, phenomena of seasons. Stars. If we look at the night sky, we see lots of shining, twinkling objects called stars. What are these stars made up of? Stars are shining balls of gases that spread out heat and light in space. They are actually huge, but because they are so far, they look like tiny pinpoints of light to us. Sun is also a star. It is the nearest star from the earth. Some stars are smaller than sun, some are 1,000 times bigger than it. Stars shine for millions of years. Many patterns of stars are visible in the sky. We call these patterns constellations. Some constellations that are easily visible are Ursa Major, the Great Bear, Scorpio, the Orion, the Hunter. Constellation collectively from galaxies, while a million galaxies together made up the universe. The Milky Way is one such galaxy, of which our solar system is a part. Planets. The planets were named after the gods and goddesses of Greece and Rome. When you look at the stars, try to look from the planets among them. There are 8 planets in the solar system. These planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. All these planets form the solar system. Did you know the sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the earth? The surface of the sun is very hot, about 6,000 degrees Celsius. Sun. The sun is a huge ball of fire that gives us heat and light and is at the center of our solar system. Mercury. It is the closest planet to the sun and also the smallest planet in the solar system. It is also called morning star and evening star. Venus. It is the second planet in the solar system and it is the hottest and brightest planet of all. Earth. It is the third planet in the solar system. It is also called the blue planet because almost 70% of its surface is covered with water. It appears blue when seen from the space. It is the only planet where life is known to exist. Mars. It is the fourth planet. It is also called the red planet because the soil and rocks on the planet are red. It is the only planet that is similar to Earth and scientists believe that it is the only planet besides Earth where life may exist. Jupiter. It is the fifth and largest planet in the solar system. Jupiter spins very fast, pulling the clouds surrounding it to form a striped pattern. This is why we see a striped pattern on Jupiter when we look carefully. Saturn. It is also known as the planet with rings because it appears to have several rings around its middle. Uranus and Neptune, they are the farthest from the Sun. Together with Jupiter and Saturn, they are called the outer planets. The telescope helps us to see the distant planets. Till July 2006, it was accepted that the Sun has a family of 9 planets. However, on August 24, 2006, the International Astronomical Union (IAU) redefined the planet Pluto. Our solar system now has only 8 planets. Pluto was earlier a planet. It is now called a dwarf planet along with Sirius and Iris. These 8 planets and dwarf planets move around the Sun in their fixed path called orbit. Moon and satellite. An object that revolves around a planet in an orbit is called a satellite. Almost every planet has a satellite that revolves around it. The Moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. Moon does not have an atmosphere for protection from extreme heat or cold. So, the temperature on the Moon can be as high as 100 degrees Celsius at noon and as low as minus 170 degrees Celsius at night. 170 degrees Celsius below freezing point. The Moon does not produce its own light. It shines because it reflects the sunlight that falls on its surface. Knowledge tree. On 22nd July 2019, India launched Chandrayaan-2, a lunar exploration mission to study the Moon's unexplored South Pole. Our planet Earth. The Earth is a beautiful planet. It has land and water, mountains and valleys, hills and plains. It has plants and flowers, animals and people. However, it has not always been like this. It was born as a huge ball of dust and hot gases. The ball kept on spinning. As it spun, its outer surface grew cold and hard. Some gases escaped while some were trapped inside. Today, the Earth is like a half-boiled egg. Its outer surface is hard, but deep inside it has hot molten material. The outer core surface is called crust. The inside portion is called the core. Between the outer crust and the inner core, there are the layers of rocks, minerals and metals in a solid forms. This layer is called the mantle. Rotation and revolution. We already know the earth rotates on its own axis. The earth's axis is an imaginary line running through the center of earth from the north pole to the south pole. This axis is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree. The rotation of the earth on its axis causes day and night, whereas revolution and the tilted axis of the earth cause the seasons. The earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation on its axis. Thus, one day is 24 hours long. To complete one rotation around the sun, the earth takes about 365 and a quarter day, or approximately 1 year. There is another imaginary line around the earth called the equator. It divides the earth in two equal halves, the northern and the southern hemisphere. Day and night. When the earth rotates on its tilted axis, one half of the earth faces the sun, and so it is a daytime in all the countries of its half. At the same time, the countries of the other half of the earth, which are away from the sun, are in darkness and so have night time. This is the reason why it is night time in America when it is a daytime here in India. Activity. Aim. To show how day and night are caused by the rotation of earth. Things required: globe and a torch. Method. In a dark room, place the globe on a table. Switch on the torch in front of it. Now slowly rotate the globe till the part that was in front is now at the back. Observation. In first case, the part of the globe that faces the torch is lighted, whereas the other half is in darkness. After you rotate the globe, the half that was facing the torch goes into darkness, whereas the darker side comes into light. Conclusion. This shows how day and night are caused by the rotation of the earth. Revolution of earth. The motion of earth around the sun is called revolution. The invisible path along which earth moves around the sun is called orbit. The shape of earth's orbit is not exactly circular. It is elliptical as shown in the given picture below. Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours or 1 year to complete one revolution around the sun. This is called the time period of the revolution of earth. After every 1 year, each season reappears on earth. Do you know why? Seasons occur on earth because of the revolution of earth around the sun, the tilted position of earth while revolving. Phenomena of seasons. Seasons on earth depend on whether a place is closer to or farther from the sun because of the earth's tilt. When the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, as shown in position A in the picture, it is summer there. In this position, the rays of the sun hit the straight on the northern hemisphere. The days are long and hot in the northern hemisphere. At the same time, it is winter in the southern half of earth because the sun rays do not hit straight on this part. When the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun as shown in position C in the picture, it is winter there. The days are short in the northern hemisphere. The sun rays hit straight on the southern hemisphere and it's summer there. When the sun shines evenly on both the hemispheres as shown in position B in the picture, it is autumn in the north and spring in the southern hemisphere. When the earth is in position D as shown in the picture, the sun again shines evenly on both the hemispheres. It is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. It is neither hot nor cold in this autumn and spring days of the year. Word bank. Star, a heavenly body having its own heat and light. Planet, a heavenly body with no heat or light of its own. Solar system, the sun, the 8 planets, their moon and the dwarf planet from the solar system. Dwarf planet, a planetary mass object between the planet and natural satellite. Orbit, the fixed path in which planets revolve around the sun. Satellite, an object that revolves around a planet in an orbit. Axis, an imaginary line running through the center of the earth from the north pole to the south pole at an angle of 23.5 degrees Celsius. Rotation, spinning of the earth on its axis. Revolution, movement of the earth around the sun.